Welcome to the Miskatonic Playhouse and Act 4 of The Yellow Death. I'm T.A. Newman, your host. My team and I will be bringing to life cosmic tales using the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game, which contains mature themes, horror, character death, and loss of sanity. Our mystery can be found in the Miskatonic repository, where people like you and me can write scenarios for other players. We're proud to have this episode of the Miskatonic Playhouse sponsored by the Storytelling Collective, who provide an excellent course on scenario writing, which many of the team have taken to help improve their writing skills. Last time, our investigators realized the visions they had experienced might be connected to a play being written by the patients. But is that a cause or a symptom? The team doubled down on their personal relationships, and their investigations turned up letters that also described the visions. It seems their answers lie on the fourth ward. Now it's time to pull back the curtain and roll the dice. Keeper, the stage is yours. What are you going to do, Carl?
Pardon me, sir. I didn't realise. I'll grab an ashtray and I'll cold cock Eugene with it.
I will make sure that I step back about 5 paces so that I'm not a part of what that is.
Right.
Making sure that Chris has stepped back and that Sophia and Arthur have gone to the nurse to ask for help.
Graeme, what did you take exactly to hit Eugene?
A glass ashtray, if the one's available.
Great, perfect.
I hand him one.
It's the 1920s. There must be a glass ashtray.
Of course, you know. You want it to be a glass ashtray. There is a glass ashtray. He's back his turn. If you want to hit him, you can.
Nice. So I've got brawl of.
If you want to hit him, you don't have to roll anything.
Oh, okay.
He's turning his back. You're perfectly sane and healthy, and you will hit him.
Okay.
But you can roll damage. You can roll 1d4, please.
Sure. It's 1d4 plus my bonus of 1d4.
Of
as well.
course, yes.
Unfortunately.
I want to remind everybody here that Kyle is quite a big man. Kyle is quite impressive, and therefore that might hurt.
4 damage.
And what is your bonus damage?
I got a 3 and a 1.
Okay, great, perfect. So 4 damage. Eugene is stumbling, holding his own head, and some of the orderlies are quite stunned. They don't really know how to react. They were supposed to take Horace on go. What are you all doing? Sophia, you just saw Kyle smashing a ashtray on Eugene's head. What do you want to do?
She's going to join in, and she's going to throw her spittoon. How many orderlies are there?
There's 4 of them.
Oh, that's more
4
than I
of them,
thought.
including Eugene. Eugene being quite, hurt already. But there's like 3 more on Margaret, screaming and crying.
Okay, I'm gonna just pick a random orderly, and I'm gonna throw my spittoon at one of them.
Great. What about Connor?
Connor is with handkerchief up to mouth, actually going to just reach out and just put a hand on his nephew's arm, just to kind of give him the look of.
To hold him back, I guess.
Yeah,
He was about to do something, so that's probably a good idea.
he's gonna give him the look and put the hand on the arm, but then with his other arm, he's actually just going to kind of like give Arthur a little bit of a push and a nod. Just see what Arthur does. Just kind of
great, fantastic. So Chris, your uncle that you respect, that you love, is trying to hold you and try to prevent you from doing anything. What do you want to do?
So Chris's instinct here is to run around and basically start making a lot of noise and causing a distraction. But with Connor holding his shoulder, he's looking to Connor to see what he does next, and he hesitates.
Great. So I'm going to assume that you're not doing anything right now and you're just going to wait?
That's right.
Perfect. On Arthur, you're being slightly pushed. Sophia is holding a spittoon. She's about to throw it. What do you want to do?
Arthur just is like damn it, I can't believe this is happening. He just gives Connor the stink eye. Like, I know what you're trying to do, but whatever. And then looks at Sophia and he's like, just kind of like, here she goes again. And then he's going to look around and see if anyone is about to approach Sophia threateningly, like if anyone has seen that she's about to throw something.
So you have two orderlies holding Horace, one going towards Kyle, who just smashed something on Eugene's head. Eugene is out of the fight right now. He's just holding his own head. He doesn't understand what just happened right now. So that's what's happening. We have one orderly going toward Kyle.
Okay, so Sophia is kind of like safe for now.
Yeah, she's
away
safe for
from
now.
the-
I mean, if she's starting to throw things around, she might not be anymore. But right now, she is safe.
In which case, I might try to stop Sophia. Sorry.
I thought this was coming.
Great. Sophia, I just want to know if Arthur was to try to stop you, would you stop?
Maybe. Yeah.
Think, girl. Think.
Probably.
That sounds good to me. So, what's gonna happen if you don't do anything right now? If you don't change your plans, Kyle is gonna be restrained. A few other orderlies are gonna come. They're gonna have to restrain you, Kyle. I mean, you just smashed someone's head in front of everybody. You're clearly psychotic. You're going to be sent to the fourth ward. Oh, and you say we'll need a lot of them. There's like 5 orderlies to restrain you. But they will achieve that at some point. Unless, Connor.
Connor's using the opportunity to see when something goes off like this, how the hospital responds, how many people come running in. So for a potential future moment, and he does turn to Chris and just very quietly whispers and just says, "We need to make sure, son, that when people get tied up, there are people to untie us. It is important that we are not all in Ward 4. You understand?"
Yes, sir. And on that point in time, I am going to try and slip away and hide. I'm not slipping back into my room. I've got 2 options. I'm either going to try and slip into the orderly's room at the end of the corridor, or I'm going to try and slip out of the corridor entirely and get into the rest of the building and try and hide somewhere.
Yeah, because of the fight, because of the screaming, because of new people coming in and trying to restrain Kyle, you don't have to make a stealth roll yet. Cool. I'm letting you free. If you want to go outside, you can go. You can do so.
I'll
if you want to
step
go
into the orderly's room then.
Yeah. All good.
Eugene.
In Eugene's room, of course, because he's the orderly in charge of the 5th ward. Kyle and Horace are being dragged away. Margaret is being consoled by some nurses who came on. They are all trying to, stop her to cry and be like, "It's gonna be all right, Margaret. I mean, if Horace is really fine, then he'll be sent back to his room tomorrow morning. It's gonna be just fine. Stop crying, Margaret. It's gonna be all right." Sophia, Arthur, Connor. I don't know if it is with guilt or with pleasure, but you see Kyle being sent away to the 4th ward.
I'll just stare at Connor and just say, "You're welcome."
I'll give him a nod. Hopefully, anyone that he sees, and hopefully, yeah.
Sophia's a bit.
No, go on, Pete.
Sophia's a bit distraught, and she's saying, "He's not sick. He's not sick. Why are you taking him away?"
Please, miss. Please stop this ruckus and go back to your room. We know better. I mean, he just attacked one of the orderlies. He's clearly not well. So Dr. White is gonna see him tonight.
She turns around a little bit frustrated at Arthur and says, I hope you've got a plan to get him back.
The lady's right. He hasn't done anything. Arthur's gonna go forward, look at Sophia, give a big sigh, and just walk and try to grab the person's arm and say, you were trying to restrain Horace, and we have seen him behave very normally. So I demand to see paperwork that you must have to commit this crime, and I will double check it as well. Thank you.
As you're saying that, Arthur, one of the orderlies is coming out of Horace's room with 2 bottles of gin in his hands. That was in this gentleman's room. Please be aware, if you didn't know, that drugs or any kind of, alcohol or any kind of, forbidden medication, that's not going to happen. Horace was sick. Horace was doing pretty poorly, and he was using alcohol, which was clearly forbidden. Dr. White decided that he was to be sent to the 4th ward. If you don't want any troubles, just go back to your rooms. And because of this whole crowd thing and everyone screaming after being like, release this man, please. He hasn't done anything wrong. We don't notice Chris' disappearance at all. Chris, where do you want to go in those dark hallways? What are you up to?
So I want to root around, really. Explore, see what's there, get documents, files,
Yes.
pocket anything valuable, and generally just, I'm a burglar of the things that I feel like I know
You
how
are
to
a
do outside a
burglar.
case of room.
I mean, because of your background, I'm not gonna ask for a spot hidden roll. I feel like this room is pretty tidy, and you can look around pretty quickly. Eugene is still in the corridor. Some orderlies are trying to help him out and maybe put something on his head because he suffered quite a bit. So you have some time. What you do find, just a few clothes, normal stuff. You also find some, some drafts. It seems to be letters that were never sent. They're all written to Margaret. Some of them
pocket them.
are pretty sweet. Some of them are extremely clumsy. It looks like someone trying to express feelings, but he doesn't really know how. Apart from that, within this room, you would find a lot of medication. It is, the orderly's room after all. So you would find chloroform, you would find painkillers, you would find unlabeled serums. So there's like a lot of things. Are you looking for something specific within this medication thing?
If there's a wee bit of chloroform lying around.
Oh yes, that's a whole bottle.
Oh yeah, that is in my pocket.
Perfect. So that's Chris. Chris, do you want to get out now? Or
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah, great, perfect. Do you want to go back to your room while the whole thing is still a bit of a ruckus? Or do you want to explore the sanatorium?
At night. No, I think Chris, with his discovery of his chloroform, is going to move back into his room because Uncle Connor has been very clear that he isn't to cause too many issues at this point.
Perfect. I'm gonna go back to Kyle. Kyle, Horace has been sent to the fourth ward, and it is your time now. You scream, you protest, but the orderlies don't listen to you at all. There's 4 of them. They're dragging you down. They unlock the door of the fourth ward. You're being placed in some sort of antechamber. You're being restrained to a bed. The orderlies tell you that, Dr. White has a lot to do with Horace tonight, and he will take care of you tomorrow morning. As they are saying that, there's 2 things that you find weird. You can do either an intelligence roll or a listen roll.
That'll be an intelligence roll, probably.
Great.
Is that a
Let's do
hard
that.
intelligence or just normal?
No, it's a normal.
Okay. So that's a 62 or 50, so that's a fail. So I'll just say to them, wow, God will look after me. That's all I need.
So are you telling me you want to push that roll?
Yes.
Be aware before you do that, that if you were to fail again, the orderlies wouldn't be impressed. You would look like a psycho. That will be told again to the Dr. White. He will know that you behaved quite weirdly bound in your bed.
I don't think
If that's fine with you.
too much different. Yeah, that's fine with me.
Well,
Sure.
then here you go.
Let's go. That's a 14. So that is a hard success.
Great. First thing, you hear Horace. That's the first thing you hear. He's screaming first, and then from the sound of it, he must be gagged, something like that. His screams become muffled. There's some sort of a pause. Horace has stopped screaming, and that's when you understand. It is extremely weird because the only sound so far was Horace. You don't hear any other patients. No one else is screaming. No one else is doing any kind of sounds. As the orderlies left you alone in this antechamber, they went back in front of the door of the fourth ward. So you would assume that right now in the fourth ward, there's you in this antechamber, then Horace and Dr. White in the next room, but you don't hear anyone else. And that doesn't really fit with everything you know about the fourth ward.
Yeah.
That is strange.
One by one.
Extremely strange.
Okay.
Because you succeeded that first roll so well, I'm gonna assume that you're listening. Please try your listen roll.
Okay. 23 over 20. I'm going to spend the 3 luck here.
Because you do succeed, you hear a faint noise. It is mechanical, you think?
Mm-hmm.
It is also rhythmic. It goes in, out, maybe like some kind of plumbing, maybe? You're not really sure. And that will be all so far. You all go back to bed, I assume, and sleep? Well, of course, yeah, you sleep well. It is a dreamless night, apart from the nightmares some of you already had. You wake up at 6 in the morning when the orderlies are going into the corridor and asking you to wake up. Patient needs to prepare themselves. Go out of your beds It will be time soon for breakfast and then a walk outside. Please do wake up. Do wake up. They're knocking on your doors. They're not opening the doors, of course. I mean, you have the right to your own privacy, after all. Within a few minutes, you're expected to be ready on to get out. Do any of you want to do something specific?
Connor, he's reasonably confident about the false bottom in his bag. His kind of where his brandy is, but he actually takes out his gun and he puts it in the back of his trousers in a familiar holster there, which is really well hidden. But he's gonna keep that on him now, and he takes whatever another what is it? It's a revolver 35. So he takes like another 6 rounds of ammunition. So he's got his revolver loaded and another kind of 6. He probably has a quick sip of brandy first thing in the morning just to wake up.
Let's make a power roll here, please.
Yeah. 6 against 56 over 50.
So that's a failure, I assume.
It is, yeah.
Well, you're not only taking a sip here. Connor, it is way too good. You're not gonna take one sip. That would be a shame. No. I mean, a second one, a third one, a fourth one. When you're looking at that bottle, it's almost empty now. But you feel good. You're ready for that day. You're ready for the sanatorium. You have your drink, you have your gun, and nothing. Nothing can stop you at the moment. Not Sophia, not any of those weird doctors and orderlies. No. Today is a Connor day. Great.
Chris
Do any of you, Chris,
is going to hide. Well, he's not going to hide. He's going to have the small bottle of chloroform in his pocket. So I think he's probably got some kind of jacket on, and he's got his hands in his. He walks around with his hands in his pockets quite a lot. He's got his hands in his pockets, and he's got holding on to the chloroform in there, and he's got the spittoon in the other pocket. So he's just holding onto both. Arthur's spittoon, for those who don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, you have 2 spittoons now. You have your own spittoons that you.
No, I lost my spittoon.
Oh yeah, you lost yours. Yeah. And so, as you're getting out of your rooms, a new orderly, because Eugene is nowhere to be seen right now. Yes, Arthur.
I'd like to also have my gun, please.
Yeah, of course. No worries at all.
Okay.
So,
Arthur might try to attempt to explain that his spittoon was stolen and he'd like a new one at some point.
Well, that is something that is absolutely fantastic, because the orderlies were about to ask. We didn't. One of the spittoon was missing yesterday night. Mr. Arthur, I believe it was yours. Where is your spittoon?
Late last night, I found out someone stole it. Maybe with all the ruckus that happened, someone took the opportunity to take my spittoon and all my precious phlegm.
Yeah, your precious phlegm. Yeah, of course. Great. So you're sure that it has been stolen?
Yes, I've checked everywhere very thoroughly. Twice, 3 times even.
Please step aside, sir. As they're telling you that, one of the orderly is gonna go into your room and gonna search.
My gun is on me, so.
But your gun is on you. They're looking pretty much everywhere, and your spittoon is nowhere to be found. They're grumbling. They're not really happy about it, but it looks like you're telling the truth. And therefore, they will give you a new spittoon. But you also see that they note your name in a small booklet. Well, Mr. Arthur, beware. don't lose your spittoon again. Now, you can all head to breakfast. Have a good day. And you are being sent on your way. You are fifth ward patients, therefore, you have some kind of freedom here, and you are expected to go down by yourselves without any supervision. Is that where you head off?
Hey, Uncle Connor. So last night, during all of the ruckus when Kyle got took, I managed to go into the orderly's room, and I think I've got it says here CH2Cl2. I think I've seen this before. It's chloroform.
Chris, good work, son. Good work. You keep that to yourself, boy. You don't let anybody see that, right?
No, sir. No. Are you all right? You're looking.
Sorry.
Did you sleep all right?
Just
Chris, you know your uncle. You know he drank.
It's late night, Chris, with everything that was going on. I just was up all night.
All right,
You know
Uncle, just stay by me, all right? I'll just stay with me, yeah?
I'm fine, Chris.
Take his
fine.
arm in arm, sort of like jollying him along a little bit. It's all right, Uncle.
To you, Chris, who is just next to him, and because you know him, it is obviously drunk. He drank, but if anyone was to go near Connor and look at him, they would probably smell it too. Just a warning.
All right. Priority 1, dump Connor in a bath. There must be baths.
Are you all heading to the breakfast room?
No.
Oh.
Me and Connor are going looking for a bath.
You do have individual bathrooms within your rooms if you want to. And if you were to go to the first ward or the second ward, you would find big bathrooms for the whole level.
Right. Maybe Chris tries. I know that means we'll be late for breakfast, but Chris tries to quickly guide Connor back in to his room and basically dunk him in the bath.
Chris, we've got breakfast. There's
nearly, Uncle. You just need to have a quick morning dip. We've done this before many times, obviously. Just a quick come on, Uncle. Come on. You can do this.
All right. Like Chris. You don't tell the others about this, okay?
No, sir. No, sir. Just need to wipe off the smell. That's all.
All right. And yeah, Connor will kind of follow Chris's lead, throw himself in the bath, kind of wash himself down. Toothpaste. Try and get rid of the smell, whatever. If there's any coffee as well, gargling coffee. Anything he can do to kind of get rid of the smell that he knows that Chris can recognize because they've done this a number of times.
Perfect. That's absolutely amazing. You'll be slightly late. Sophia, Arthur, you are alone at the breakfast table right now.
So, how did you sleep, Sophia? Did you rest well?
Not too well after that frightful night. I can't help but worry about Mr. Cormac and what they're doing to him down on that ward.
Well, we have to focus on keeping you safe, and when you're safe, then we can save Kyle. Yes, I'm sure that we'll find a way. Just don't worry yourself with that, Sophia. You need to stay healthy, and stay out of trouble. And we'll work. Everything will be okay. I have my spittoon back, and everything will be okay. Do you hear me, Sophia? Everything will be okay.
Well, you're starting to sound just like these orderlies around here. Everyone's concerned about mass safety. Now, I wish you'd start worrying about poor Mr. Cormac. He's the one that needs our help. Where did Mr. McDullen go? Where did Connor go?
I don't know.
As you say those words, you can see Connor and Chris coming here and joining you at the table.
Morning all.
Morning.
Connor,
Um,
I hope you're feeling better than yesterday. Have you recovered some?
Yeah, it's late night, bit of a headache this morning, but apart from that, ready to face the day.
Headache, huh?
Yeah, it's all the ruckus, I think, last night. Isn't that right, Christopher?
Yes, sir.
Is there such a thing as a smell roll to see if I can smell the alcohol?
Spot
I
hidden
mean,
is actually for all senses besides
he just
hearing.
went to the bathroom. He just got bathed by Chris. He doesn't smell anything.
Okay.
But he's behaving very telling in a very telling
I
manner.
have a headache. I said I had a headache.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's up to you to decide.
Well, I hope you have a plan, Mr. McDowan. I didn't hire you to pussyfoot around. Well, this group takes one of our own.
Sophia, shh. I have a plan, and now we are here at breakfast. We can discuss said plan. Are we in a position, Keeper, to talk without other people listening to us?
You don't have any orderlies around. You would have some other patients, but they don't really seem to be interested in what you want to say. They have their own talks, and they have their own ideas, their own plans.
Step number one of this plan is we get ourselves some breakfast, we get ourselves some coffee, and we look like we're doing what everybody else is doing. So as soon as everybody's kind of got up and got food and whatever, or coffee, or whatever, and then comes back to the table, then we can kind of talk over that. So it actually looks like we're following the routine and doing breakfast. And then we sit down. Now, Kyle is our main priority, but we have a few priorities. We are here for a job. Kyle has diligently placed himself in a key position for this investigation. Kyle, by this point, will have seen a number of things up on the fourth ward that we all are interested in. And now we have an excuse to get up there and investigate. But I am more than open to ideas, because if the four of us go storming up there, we're going to make a ruckus. People are going to come find us and follow. So there is an opportunity to make a distraction.
Perhaps it's not wise for all four of us to go at the same time.
Indeed,
we need some people like Sophia to stay here in case of an emergency. And maybe you, Connor, and Sophia can stay here and I can go with Chris. We are the most...
What? You're the most what, Arthur? I beg, pray tell, Arthur, you're the most what?
Expendable. You're the leaders of this organization, of course, and for the organization to continue, you two must be the last ones we put at risk. I'm sure you understand how organizations work.
Indeed, Arthur, indeed. I'm going to argue. I look at Sophia specifically for this one. I would argue that nobody within our PR firm is expendable.
Only in relatively to you and Sophia.
Well, Arthur, I appreciate your vigilance and diligence. I think you've impressed all of us here at the table. Can I see that Arthur is like desperately trying to impress Sophia on a regular basis? Or is that something that Arthur's trying to do like really secretly?
Sophia's picked up on it as well.
I mean,
something strange.
If you think that you are picking up on it,
if you
then
think you're
are
picking up on it.
I mean, it is your own interpretation of it.
She's very concerned about
so,
Sophia's
then yeah, of course.
safety.
Yeah. Well, Arthur, if you're feeling so brave, there are a number of options for us to discuss. As I said, I think perhaps a distraction might be in order. If we have individuals within our small party here to check on our dear friend Kyle, then we can't just all go marching up there. You are right, Arthur. We need to create said distraction, whether that might be.
Might I interject? We got to look at this at a two-pronged approach. We got to rescue Kyle and we got to get out of here. I propose the rest of us try and find a way out, as well as cause a distraction.
That's a smart idea.
Chris, you seem to be able to contribute something to this.
I think I can get out onto the roof. I don't know where I can go from there, but it's a start.
Well, that doesn't sound like much of an escape plan.
I also think that y'all remember there was a tunnel, and I'm thinking that someone yesterday mentioned that they incinerate the bodies. The most obvious thing there would be when you do that, you don't want the bodies to go through the front door. So that's probably what that back door is for. So I'm thinking the other option, the egress, as they say, is probably through there. So I need to find where they take the bodies.
And you intend to find that out by following this here tunnel,
Well, it's probably, I mean, one way would be one of you all asking. I'm not good with words. Or I could maybe stand around Ward 4 and wait till a body gets taken somewhere. That's the other option.
I think with the nature of Kyle's dilemma, we need to act before we allow time to pass for someone to die.
Well,
As Connor is saying that, you hear some sort of commotion. You hear, glass, something breaking glass being broken on a scream. It sounds like a long scream. Then a thud. The crowd in the breakfast room is rushing towards the windows, looking inside the inside court. There is a body inside the court. Someone just jumped from a window. You can roll a spot hidden here, but with a bonus die. I mean, it is plain day. It should be pretty obvious and pretty to anyone with keen eyes like yourselves. I'm fairly certain that everything should be pretty obvious.
What's 000? Is that 100 or is that 1?
It is
That's
100.
That's 100. With advantage, I'm okay.
I rolled a 10, which is a hard success.
Yeah.
Chris, it is someone you know. You do recognize, even if it is a naked body, that this is Horace here. And because you have a keen eye, and because you are looking around, you're looking upstairs. You can count the floors, and you can see that the broken window is from the 4th ward. Inside this space, you can see the silhouette of a man. You had a 10, is that it?
10.
Out of
25, hard success.
It is Dr. White looking down at Horace's corpse. He's nodding. He's disapproving of this suicide, of course, in a really cold but composed attitude. For the rest of you, if you just had just regular successes, you can recognize the body of Horace inside the court. A lot of orderlies and patients are gathering and forming some sort of crowd circle around the corpse. People are screaming, people are asking questions. It is unusual to see such a spectacular suicide.
I had a hard success, but I've seen Dr. White as well. I had 21, out of
if you had a hard success,
75.
you would have looked around, you would have seen Dr. White nodding from the broken window.
I'll turn to the others at this point and just go, distraction? Shall we
I'll follow the body.
You follow the body. Arthur, I believe that leaves you a man down for Ward 4.
Let's do it. But yes, let's do it.
Sophia, I would not patronize to you. I believe you should be by our side.
Sophia's just shaking her head, looking out the window and saying, "What extraordinary timing." Yes, let's do this.
before we go on with different things, you just saw someone commit suicide on a pretty much splashed up corpse on the ground. Please roll SAN.
Does my alcohol abuse give me any kind of buffer? Am I desensitized?
I would say that from the alcohol, you can, yeah, you can probably. Let's roll and let's see what's up.
Arthur has failed.
There are some rules in the pulp book about alcohol and sanity.
So
0-0 is.
A
it is a
fumble.
critical failure.
I'm
God.
not sure it is, guys.
0-0,
It
then
is.
what?
0-0 is a critical
0-0-1. I think
Oh,
I rolled a
001
one.
is a
Nice.
critical success.
No, it's a critical success.
Yeah.
Connor
Yeah.
is unfazed. Connor has seen worse.
Yeah.
It is, after all, just a body. The body of someone you don't really know, on you don't really care. It is a bit harsh, but well, you're a tough guy. You don't give a shit. Arthur, on the other hand, hasn't seen those kind of things before. And it is kind of a shock. Please roll 1d6 and you can divide by 2 that amount.
Okay, let's see.
Chris, are you feeling all right?
Yeah, Chris feels great. 20 out of 38.
That sounds good. I mean, you've seen worse as well. I mean, the criminal world wasn't kind, was it? Sophia.
Fine, 26 out of 60. I guess, I've documented and written about this kind of stuff.
Oh, I mean, you have written way worse. But this is a nice idea. So, Arthur.
I rolled a 6,
So
but
that
that
would be-
divided by 2 is
Yeah.
3.
Yeah,
So
it
3
is.
sanity loss is okay.
Right now it is. Right now it is. But Arthur, it is shaken, of course. This is something you will remember. This, this shoveled body, almost like a broken doll. Some orderlies are picking him up right now, and they are bringing him towards a door on the opposite side of the building. Chris, are you following that body?
Yes.
Well then, you're going down with them. I'm gonna ask for a stealth roll for that.
So that's a 99, but I have a stealth of 65, so it's not a fumble.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the appropriate thing to do here is to argue to push the roll.
Yeah, how would you do that?
So what's happened is Chris has fallen behind and he has to get through this door where they've gone through. And so he doesn't really have time to stop and check out or anything. So he just has to push through the door and hope for the best.
Great. Therefore, if you fail again, they will be just right in front of you. And if you succeed, then they are ahead and they won't hear you and they won't see you open the door. Would that work for you?
29. So that's a hard success.
I guess it does work. You open the door and you can see them right ahead, but they don't hear you and they don't see you open that door, and you go on silently. You are going down one level. You can hear a lot of pumping and plumbing going on. There's like some steam releases from time to time, as if you were in some sort of train in many ways, as if there is some sort of steam engine working here. It is summer. We are in June, so it is not the heating system or anything like that. It is something else. You wouldn't be able to tell. I mean, unless you have some plumbing ability, engineering, or anything. But with your background, I would be surprised.
No, he doesn't fix things. He breaks things.
Well, then you're just following them for a while. Horace was a big man, and he's quite heavy, I guess. They're taking their time. They However, uh, don't go the way you would expect them to go. As you're following them, you cross a room which would be an incineration room. It looks unused. The two orderlies didn't bring the body to the room. They went further down. Do you want to stop inside the incineration room and look up for yourself, or do you still want to follow the body?
Chris is in his mind trying to map the external door to where he is now.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a case of he thinks that they're going a different way from the door and there's another way to the door, he's going to prioritize finding the exit. But
Yep.
if they're going down a corridor that looks like it might be the right corridor, he is going to try and follow them.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna ask you for a navigation roll because I mean, you have mapped out a few things. You looked at the full floor plan. Um, you feel like you have a good grasp of the building itself. From where you are, the tunnel that you saw before, it shouldn't be too far away, but the orderlies don't seem to go that way. So would you prefer to try to find that tunnel on the exit? Or would you prefer to follow the orderlies?
Feels like he knows where the tunnel is compared to here.
Yeah, you're fairly certain.
Okay, he's going to follow the orderlies.
Okay, that sounds good.
It's always nice when you make your keeper smile as much as Charles smiled there. That's always a good sign.
No. I mean, you're taking the right decisions. You're being responsible, and for that, Chris, I do admire you. I'm gonna go back to Kyle. Kyle, you've heard the shattered glass. You've heard Horace scream. You've heard Dr. White speaking to himself. What a shame. What a shame. He wasn't ready and he didn't want to be part of it. Well, I guess someone else is waiting for me. Kyle, you do understand that you're next. Dr. White opens the door and he's looking at you. Because of the adrenaline, I can, if you want to, if you don't want to, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to at any point, let me know that you're trying to untie yourself in some ways. I mean, I would ask for hard strength check to try to break as restraints.
Okay, that's fine.
Be aware of that. You can do that anytime. Dr. White is coming near you. He's touching your face. Oh dear. Kyle. I'm so sorry, Kyle. I thought you would have more time, but my patient just escaped. A shame, clearly, just a shame. I'm glad that you're here by your own free will. I'm glad that you want to volunteer, that you want to help out, to
I
fight the disease.
came here to save a soul. One's probably worthier than mine. He promised me he would never drink again.
Never drink again, you say?
He would come to church and be faithful to that.
Who
I feel it is worth it.
Are you talking about another patient here?
Indeed.
Ah, that is interesting, my dear Kyle. What is his or her name?
His name is Connor McDufflin.
Connor McDufflin.
Hmm.
The orderlies told me about this man. He
Did
has
they?
caused some ruckus already.
That's unsurprising, I'm afraid, Doctor. He's a troubled soul. But he will be turning a corner quite soon, I believe.
Well, you might see him soon enough. Soon enough. He's taking your bed, and he will push you through the door to the main part of the fourth ward.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Sophia, Connor, Chris, and Arthur to defend themselves for a few seconds, if you don't mind. You can do that directly through Zoom. Just wait. Yeah, put things back. No, just do that again. Go back, go back, go back, go. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Just to give you a sign, when I will hold my hand in the air, you can put back your headphones. Is that fine with you guys? Amazing.
And
Great.
it's just Kyle you're speaking to.
Just Kyle right now. Just Kyle. Goodbye. Kyle,
Mhm.
you are in the fourth ward right now. And what you can see is shocking. You have maybe 50 patients in here, and you understand now the lack of noises. They're all bound to their bed. Their chest cavity is open. Some kind of pumps are working in and out, in and out, leaving them voiceless, breathless. Those machines are working for them, pumping in and out the air out of those patients. Their voice can't be heard. They try to scream, and you can see the pain and the terror in their eyes. But only silence can be heard.
Do you wish us
Dr.
to
White
unroll?
is unfazed. Dr. White knows it all. It is what he's looking for here. Patience. Patience for his experiments. You understand, Kyle, that you are next.
I understand that this is your will, but your will is not godly. It seems like you've been cruel to these people. What is the purpose of this?
Mr. Cormac, he takes a syringe. I'm sorry to announce that you wouldn't understand.
I'm going to try and
Thank you
break
for
out
your
at this point.
sacrifice. Okay, great. You are trying to fight the restraints. Give me a strength check.
All right, I've got 85, so let's see how this goes.
I would need a hard success.
That is 4. No, 40.
Well.
Sorry, 40. Still a hard success.
Still
42.
a hard success, so it would work.
Yeah.
But it is a hard success. You do manage to fight the restraints and to find some some way to get out. The syringe still goes inside your arm. You
Okay.
feel weak, but you are free to take an action. What do you want to do?
I want to grab him by the neck and squeeze very hard.
That's perfectly fine to me. You squeeze. But before we go to that part, because of that weird thing that you see, I'm gonna ask for a sanity check first.
Yes, perfectly reasonable.
It is something absolutely awful, so horrible you couldn't fathom it.
I've only got 40 for sanity, so this will be interesting. That is a 94, so that's a fail.
You have Dr. White's neck inside your hands, and you were about to squeeze. But then you realize this is madness. You're not gonna attack the head of this sanatorium. They're all sick. You are all sick. For me, a D8, please.
Ooh, okay. That'll be a 6. Intelligence roll.
Kyle, you do realize now that it has been a mistake. You were mistaken. Dr. White, he's trying to care for all of you. He's trying to do things right. Are you still gonna try to murder him?
I'll roll intelligence first for the sanity check to see.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
perfectly fine.
Okay, so that's a 92. So that is a fail against intelligence 50. So stay reasonably sane. And where he is a doctor, I feel there are better doctors in here. So I'm probably going to try to, at least get out. I'll probably try and take him down. Maybe not kill him like I was planning to, but
Okay, perfectly fine with me. You also know that something is inside your arm right now.
Mhm.
You are feeling weaker and weaker by the seconds. Your goal here is just to try to make him, weak enough for him to faint,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll try and take the syringe in my arm. I'm going to jam it in his neck.
That works with me.
Okay.
Let's not talk about where we are on what you've seen, but let's summon
Sure.
all the other players.
Sounds good.
You can put your headphones back in.
Phaedra's refusing.
Yeah, no, Fedor doesn't want to face it. Hi, welcome back. Welcome back.
That was great. I had a good time.
I bloody hope so. I bloody hope so. You're all back and everything is just fine on your own side. We have Sophia and Arthur and Connor being all together. What do you all want to do? I mean, Chris left and he's, doing his own thing, following the body. I'm fairly certain he's fine. What about you guys?
Oh, I hate to say it, but didn't we say we were going to use the distractions to go to Ward 4?
I never
No.
agreed that Sophia is coming.
Well,
and now I'm
So-
shaken from the suicide. So I'm just
So-
there staring.
Arthur, you're clearly shaken from the events that have happened. You listen to me, Arthur.
We might be next.
We are
Connor,
not.
you
next.
have to realize that.
Have some faith, man.
To
Honestly.
what?
If Kyle were here, he'd say have faith in a higher power. And if not, then have faith in the almighty dollar that you seem so concerned about as an accountant that Strand is paying us for. Sophia, speak some sense into this boy.
Boys, you both need to you need to stop this fighting and the fussing. We got to rescue Mr. Cormac. I can't imagine what he's going through on that ward. I just can't imagine.
No, you're absolutely right, Sophia. The events have occurred. People are busy. We can slip out of here. Sophia, lead the way. Ward 4. Let's go.
Don't we need some sort of plan first? I mean,
We have a plan. We're
That's
going
a
to save
good
Kyle.
idea. You come up with a plan. I'm gonna go make a quick phone call.
Make
Yes.
what the Arthur? What are you
Who-
doing?
who you calling, Mr. Burton?
It's about my will.
You're calling about a will
About your
now?
will?
Oh, now is as good a time as any. If what happened to Horace is going to happen to us, excuse me. I'll be but a moment.
Arthur, I think we should all stay together. Perhaps we should come with you while you make your call.
I am not going to be like
Um,
him over there and not
Arthur,
have settled
I'm
my
just gonna
affairs.
ask you for a fast talk roll here to see if you are convincing,
Do I
talking
have
about your
any?
will.
Do I have
I
any?
love that. I'm gonna go talk about my will. It's so good. It's so good.
Oh yeah, 31 out of 40. You believe me. Arthur is
mean-
the kind of guy that would do that.
This
Okay.
is really Arthur. It is weird. I mean, but you've known him for quite a while now. And he's the guy, in the face of death, he would actually do that. It is putting things into order. It is taking care of business. And you don't really have time to think about it. It sounds normal, and Arthur is already gone.
Just as Arthur's going, just say, Arthur, we'll be in Ward 4. Meet us in Ward 4.
I'll catch up with you.
So, Sophia, Connor, are you heading to the fourth ward right now?
I grab Sophia's arm. Well, Sophia, perhaps heading directly to Ward 4 might be a mistake. Perhaps we stand near the entrance of Ward 4, and when Arthur diligently rides in there to save Kyle, as he does, is his intention. He is a hero after all. You and I can see Arthur go in, and then we can go in to support him. Going in blind, we'd be better saving Arthur than Arthur would saving us. You understand, Sophia? This is police business. You understand my history with the police.
Well, Mr. McDullen, I never pegged you for a coward. Now, I say we go in and we get Mr. Cormac, and I don't think we need Mr. Burton if he's so worried about his own affairs.
Now, Sophia, you calm down right now. And this silly talk about being a coward, I would say, how dare you? But I wouldn't speak that way to a woman. But how dare you?
I would like to do psychoanalysis on Connor by way of a hard slap to the face.
That sounds good to me. You can have a bonus die roll on roll for brawl, please.
Okay. Right. Sorry about this, Connor.
I had it coming.
It's a 61 out of 25.
Did you use the bonus die?
I did, and that was a
Oh,
91.
great.
So yeah, I somehow completely miss his face, even though he's got hold of my arm.
I'll grab your arm. I'll grab her arm.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
just-
you're trying
Right.
to slap him, but it's a reflex, He's
Get your
used to
hands off
that.
me!
On just holding your arm.
How dare you, sir?
What the?
What is going on here?
Oh, I'm trying to calm this woman down. She seems to be flaring up. She just tried to hit me in the face. Now, Sophia, I forgive you for whatever it is that you were exclaiming about. We're all finding it
Miss,
hard.
are you feeling all right?
I'm so sorry. It's just I'm so agitated because my spittoon is full, and I need.
Already, your spittoon is full.
I got so much spit to give. I'm stressing out. I mean, can someone help me with this?
Yeah,
well-
Miss, we will help you out. We will empty your spittoon. Don't worry about it. Please stay calm, Miss. You don't need to hit anyone. We know you've been under rough circumstances right now. With the suicide, with
Indeed.
everybody being so excited. But let's all calm down, Miss. Follow me here. Follow me this way, Miss.
Oh, thank you, sir. And as I walk away, I turn around and give Connor a little wink and a sort of like.
I do that.
I nod back.
The orderly is taking you to some sort of, plumbing installation, with some sort of sink. He asks you to empty the spittoon inside the sink.
I do so.
There isn't much in your spittoon right now, but as you're looking at the sink, you can see that it is going towards the whole plumbing thing that you can see pretty much everywhere, as if all everything that goes into that sink will go inside the plumbing and will go somewhere. But yeah, so you do imagine now that every night, every spittoon must be emptied into some sort of sink, and so all the phlegm is being taken somewhere. This is what you would, just understand from what you can see right now. We are going back to Chris. Chris, you've seen one door being closed just in front of you, and you know that inside that room, you must have Horace's body on the two orderlies. Do you want to go there? Do you want to listen, uh, next to the door? What is your plan here?
I'm gonna go to try and listen in by standing at the door and listening to what's happening next door.
Yeah. I'm just gonna ask for listen rolls then, so we can understand what you can gather.
That's a 79 over 50.
You hear some some people talking. You wouldn't be able to hear what they're saying, but at least you hear people talking. You hear things being moved around, then some sort of noise. You wouldn't be able to identify which kind of noise, but they must be dropping the body, I guess. So maybe inside a bag, maybe inside some metallic thing, maybe somewhere else. You wouldn't be able to identify that noise.
The door in front of me,
Yeah.
is there any glass in it? Could I look
Nope.
through? No.
Nope. It's a metallic door.
Is there a keyhole?
It is. Yes, there is.
Can I look through the keyhole?
You can. You wouldn't be able to see much. It seems like it is not a dark room, but it is not really well lit in many ways. But as you are looking through that keyhole, you can see that the orderlies are going your way. They're about to open that door in a few seconds.
Am I still in the incinerator room?
Nope. You went past the incinerator room. You followed inside another corridor, and then at the end of that corridor, you would have the door. You're looking through that door right now.
Cool. I'm going to try and back up and find somewhere to hide.
Yeah. Do you want to hide into the incinerator room, or do you want to hide somewhere else?
Well, if there's a place before the incinerator room that's quicker to duck into, like a doorway, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'm going back into the incinerator room.
That sounds good to me. You were trying to hide. You just found some sort of cavity inside the doorway. The corridor itself is pretty dark. And you're trying to not make a sound. You hear the orderlies coming closer and closer to you. They're right next to you now. And it is time for a stealth roll.
That's a 55 under 65. I'm all good.
And they don't see you. The sound is decreasing. They're coming back up. You're on your own. Inside that dark corridor, Chris. Do you want to go back up? Do you want to look at something else?
I want to go back up.
You never know. You could be reasonable, Chris.
Chris creeps slowly towards the door where Horace's body lies.
Do you want to open that door?
Yes.
It is unlocked. You open that door. And we'll go back to Arthur. Arthur, you are on the phone right now, I do believe.
Yes.
I'm gonna assume that you're calling the same person as yesterday.
Yes.
Yes, hello.
Just checking in. Has there been any progress? Things are quite dire here.
Well, I mean, I do believe that things are quite dire. That's what you told me yesterday. That's why I called a few people. The police should arrive pretty soon.
How soon? Can you check in? I called you yesterday. Surely it would have been a matter of hours.
Arthur, what is happening? Why do you call me again? Did something happen to Sophia?
It is about to, yes.
What?
It is a matter of hours. I
Something's
told you
about to happen.
yesterday.
My daughter, I mean, I'm telling you to keep an eye on her. And that's what you're telling me, that something's about to... Please, Arthur, you're being so bloody fucking dumb. Keep her safe. Keep her safe. They'll arrive soon. He hangs up.
Thank you for joining us for Act 4 of The Yellow Death by Batu Bozoglu, and we hope you will join us for the final act next time. And thanks to our sponsors, the Storytelling Collective. You can find out more on our website at miskatonicplayhouse.com. Join us on social media. The links are in the show notes. Until next time, when the curtain rises again.
Hi, I'm Hedge. I'm the backstage manager for Miskatonic Playhouse. It's my job to whip everyone in line and solve problems. In June 2021, I wrote a scenario called Alpaca in the Sheepfield. This was the first scenario I'd ever published, and I did it through the Storytelling Collective. It was a 1-month workshop intended to help you go from absolute beginner to published author. The material was really impressive. I learned a lot of context for publishing. I'd done some writing before, but it was just so nice that the course held your hand through all the tricky steps, like turning your words into something that could be uploaded and published online. If you want to give it a go, the collective runs their courses throughout the year. It's a great way to jump in, join the community, and who knows, maybe one day we'll be playing your scenario here on the Miskatonic Playhouse.